English class. Today we're gonna discuss a poem. Are you all ready to listen to the poem? If you are ready, let's begin. Today's poem, a photograph written by Shirley Toulson. About the poet. Shirley Toulson has been writing books on the social history of the countryside since 1974. She is a leading authority on ancient tracks and draw rods and the author of the Drovers' Rods of Wales and the Drovers' Rods of South Wales. Theme of the poem. The poem photograph is about the transient of human life, death and miseries surrounding it. The background of the poem, the poetess is looking the photograph of her mother. She is badly missing her, okay? And she becomes very emotional and explains whatever the thoughts come to her mind. Now let's move on to the poem. Are you all ready? Let's hear the poem. A photograph written by Shirley Toulson. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient fate. Some 20-30 years later, she'd laugh at the snapshot, see Betty and Dolly. She'd say, and look how they dressed as for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, both right with the labored ease of loss. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of these circumstances there is nothing to see at all. It's silence, silences. Let's understand the poem. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins were paddling. Here, I already told you the background of the poem. The poetess is looking her mother's old photograph. You people all know that. Sometimes your parents might be showing the same, okay, their old photograph, and they describes you their past and all, okay. Even they enjoy and you also would enjoy. Am I right? Same like that. Here, the poetess wanted to just look at her mother's photograph. So she took that cardboard. Okay, listen carefully. The cardboard shows me how it was. Cardboard means the photo, framed photo. She took that photo, old photograph of her mother and looked through it. Understood? She was just looking the photograph of her mother. Cardboard means the framed photograph. And how it was. She was just looking at it, okay, and how it was. When the two girl cousins were paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands. There were three girls in that photograph, okay, three girls. One was her mother, the poetess' mother, and the other two were her cousins, mother's cousins. These three went for paddling. Paddling means walking barefoot on the beach, okay, that is known as paddling. So, when the photograph was taken, yes, this her mother and two cousins, they went to the beach on a holiday, and that time this photo was captured. Understood? So, two girls were there and her mother. These two girl cousins, what they did? They were holding one of her mother's hands. Understood? So, the photo was like that. Clear? And she's a big girl, some 12 years or so. And then, see, the three girls were there, and now our poet says that her mother was the big girl. Almost she was about 12 years when the photo was taken. Clear? So she says that her mother was the big girl among them. Okay, and then she was about 12 years old. All three stood still to smile through their hair. So here, all the three, they just stood still without any movement. They just stood still. Okay, you people know that while taking photograph, how we must pose. Okay, so these three, they just posed there without any movement. They just stood and they smiled through their hair. Here, just listen, smile through their hair. What is that? Smile through their hair. Because you people know that when we go to the beach, due to wind, okay, heavy wind, our hair, we cannot control our hair. It just start flying, understood? So the hair, it was just flying and then they just smiled for the photograph. Clear? Okay, now listen. At the uncle with the camera. So who took the photo? Yes, their uncle took that photograph. Clear? A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born. Now our poetess remember that very cute, sweet face was that. Okay, her mother's face was very sweet. Before I was born, that time, mother was a very small girl. Understood? That time our poetess was not born. Okay, mother was small girl. Clear? About 12 years old. And her mother's face was so sweet. Like that. Who says? The poetess says. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. And here, she says that this photograph was taken long before, understood? And those days, my mother was so young, only about 12 years old, okay? And, you know, now time has gone, it's just flew, understood? Many years passed now, but, you know, one thing you should know that the sea, which appears to have changed less. We know that the natural things, okay, sea or the earth or whatever atmosphere would not change that much. But the people may change, you know that, okay. Human being, our life is like that only. Many changes happen. Baby to different stages we pass and then finally we die. The changes happens to human being, not to the sea or earth. Like, okay, that only she says. So the sea changed very less. But what happened to the people live here? Listen. Washed their terribly transient feet. That means those time, these three were just standing on the beach and their uncle took that photo. So the sea came and washed their feet. Transient means very short period. Okay. In that short period, the sea just washed their feet. But you just listen here, the sea did not change that much. At the same time, the people, those who were standing there for taking that photograph, you just think about their life. It changed a lot. That was her thought. Clear? So just listen carefully. And the first stanza, the poet just says about her mother's past. She took the framed photograph of her mother's childhood. Clear? And in that photograph, three girls were there. Her mother was about 12 years and two girl cousins. They went to the beach, okay, on a holiday. And her mother's uncle took that photograph and still that photograph is there. So our poet just looked at that photograph and many thoughts came to her mind. She becomes very emotional while thinking about her mother. So whatever comes to her mind, she just explains it. Clear? Those days, these three girls went to the beach and they just smiled for the photograph, okay. So smile through their hair means, I told you, when the wind comes, we cannot control our hair. So the hair started just flying, okay, and they just smiled for the photograph. Clear? And now our poet says that her mother's face was really sweet. Clear? And uncle took that photograph. Now time just flew, okay, many years passed. But very less change only happened to the sea. Okay, we can almost see that nothing, okay, changed there. See, as usual, it's like that only. At the same time, the three persons, those who were standing to take the photograph, just we must think about their life. A lot of changes happened in their life. Okay, this is the first stanza. Hope you understood the first stanza. Now, we just want to discuss one thing from the first stanza. Okay, what is it? That is poetic devices. Okay, 10th standard you have learned. Then also again you have to learn more about poetic devices. What is poetic device? Yes, poets use some techniques to beautify their poem. Okay, some techniques will be used there to beautify their poem. So here in the first stanza, one poetic device is used. Can you tell me what it is? Yes, listen here. Terribly transient. Okay, here is that poetic device. Can anybody tell that which poetic device has been used here? Do you know? Yes, listen. So this is alliteration. What is it? Alliteration. What is alliteration? Repeated sounds. Okay, here T. This word also started with T and this also T. So the repeated letters. Okay, that shows alliteration. If you get that, again, see here also, everywhere. If you get that sound, okay, T sound, that is known as, what is that? Alliteration. Not only T, whatever the repeated words, okay, the letter comes, we can just say that together it should come, okay, then we can call it as alliteration. Clear or not? So here the poetic device has been used here as alliteration. Alliteration means the first sounds repeats, okay. Sometimes it may be 2 words or 3 words can also come, or 4 words also, okay. But less is 2 words. At least minimum 2 words must be there for alliteration. Clear? So here we can point out TT. Okay. So the poetic device used here and this words as alliteration. Got it? In the first stanza, the poetess Shirley says about the photograph. Okay. But the second stanza talks about the time, that is 20 to 30 years later, when her mother would show the photograph to her daughter. Okay, just listen. In the first first stanza, she talks about the photograph only. Okay, who was there in the photograph, who captured the photograph and all, only she explains. But in the second stanza, she talks about the time is 20 to 30 years later, when her mother would show the photograph to her daughter, that is Shirley. Okay, that is the second stanza. This is the scene, okay, the background of the poem. Just listen. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she'd say, and look how they dressed as for the beach. See, now this is the background for the second stanza. Listen carefully. Mother showed that photograph to the poet after 20 or 30 years later. Okay, when the poet was born, and then that 20 or 30 years later, mother showed her old photograph, okay, to her daughter. That is Shirley Tolson. And mother said that just mother took that photo and then laughed at the snapshot, because that is her old photograph. Now mother is totally changed. Clear? So she showed that her childhood photograph and laughed at the photograph to her daughter. Then she says, see, Betty and Dolly, that is the name of their cousins who were there in the photograph, Betty and Dolly. She would say, and look how they dressed as for the beach. You people know that in olden time, people, even if they go for beach also, they just dress up. Okay. So, see, we went to the beach, then also how they dressed up. You look like that. Poetess mother says to her daughter. Okay. So, after 20 or 30 years later, poetess mother showed this photograph to her daughter and says that, see, this is Betty and Dolly, my cousins, how they dress up even for the beach. Like that she says, and then laughed at the photograph. People all know that, no? Even you might have that experience when your parents' old photograph and all. If you see, you just used to say this, okay, how you see your dress or your appearance, like that we used to just say, okay, that only here also it happens. So mother just says that, see how they dress up even for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Both ride with the labored ease of loss. So just listen. The sea holiday. This photograph was taken on a sea holiday. They went with their uncle to the beach and took that photograph. Okay, like that mother says. Okay. Now listen. This line is very important. Okay. Well, see, the sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. So, mother explains all this with the nostalgia. Understood? Why? Because she was very fond of her childhood. But she just badly missed her childhood. Who badly missed her childhood? Yes, poetess mother missed her childhood. Now, she has a daughter, okay, and life also totally changed. That innocent childhood has gone from her. So, with that nostalgic feeling, she just says that, okay, that is my childhood, like that she explains. Okay, so now our poet says that The sea holiday was her past. So actually that was her mother's past. What was the mother's past? The sea holiday was her mother's past, but my past is her laughter. Means that now the poetess mother is no more. When she took that photograph and then remembered all those things, okay, mother explained the things and all before that she remembered now. So she said that when my mother explained about this photograph, that was her past. The sea holiday was her past. But now the same past feeling I also got. How? Because my mother is not with me now. So I just miss her laugh. That is my past. Like that she says. So here she explains both rhyme. Both rhyme with the labored ease of loss. Both rhyme. Even mother also missed something. The poetess also missed something. What are they? Yes, mother missed her lovely childhood. Okay, while explaining the photograph, with a pain, okay, she just hid that pain and explains about her childhood, because that she permanently lost the childhood, that innocence of childhood she lost. So with a nostalgic feeling she explained, okay. And now the poetess also felt the same feeling, okay, that sadness. What was it? Now she just missed her mother. Mother is not with her, okay, she lost that. So mother lost her childhood, but the poetess lost her mother. That's why both became sad, okay, with the labored ease of loss. Now she's just trying to cover up the feelings. Means that anyhow mother died, but she just wanted to live, go on, okay. So she just tried to hide that feeling. Even how mother hid her feeling when she lost her childhood, when she saw the photograph, how mother just concealed everything, same like that. Now the poetess also wanted to conceal her feeling, okay, the loss of her mother. Understood? That is the second stanza. And now here also a poetic device. What is it? Listen, labored ease of loss. I'll just tell you what it is, okay, after explaining the third stanza. Clear? So now listen, the third stanza. Now she's been dead nearly as many years as the girl lived. Means that now our poetess mother is no more. Okay, she has been dead 12 years ago. Clear? Means listen here how we came to know that 12 years ago her mother died. Because as many years as the girl lived. We people know that what was the age of her mother in the photograph? 12 years. So the same age now for her death also. Means that 12 years ago her mother died. Now mother is not with her. Okay, she is no more. And of the circumstances there is nothing to see at all. And the poetess realizes that, okay, mother would never come back to her life. That loss is permanent. Right? So she has that feeling. Now she wants to conceal that feeling, okay, because nothing to do. Anyhow, she came to know that is the permanent loss. Clear? So in the circumstances, when she realizes that loss, in the circumstances, there is nothing to say at all. She did not want to say anything because there is no words at all to explain her loss. Understood? Because whoever feels that separation or loss, they only can understand that feeling, right? So here the poetess cannot express her feelings or emotion. Clear? So nothing to say at all. It silences. Now her mother became silent because we know that she is no more. So she became silent. That made her more silence. Okay, that means silences. Clear? So mother is silent now. She is not there with her. That made her be very sad. Okay, so she became perfectly silent. She did not want to say that emotion. Okay, she controlled everything because human life is like that. Clear? So this is the poem. Here is also a poetic device. Listen carefully. Labored ease of loss. The poetic device has been used here is oxymoron. What is it? Oxymoron. What is it? Do you know? Have any idea? Yes. Oxymoron means two words used together which have opposite meaning. What is it? Two words used together which have opposite meaning. Listen carefully. Labored ease of loss. This is that. Okay. Labored ease. This much you can take. This is that. These are the two words. Labored and ease. Labored means which take a lot of effort. Labored. Okay. Labored means what is the meaning of that word? Which takes a lot of effort. At the same time, ease means effortless. So this is a lot of effort and this is effortless. Opposite meaning, but given together. So this poetic device is known as oxymoron. Clear? So two words used in opposite meaning is known as oxymoron. Here labored ease. Labored means which need a lot of effort. Labored. Okay. Ease means effortless. So entirely opposite meaning used here for different words. So the poetic device is oxymoron. Clear? So my dear children, here ends our poem, a photograph written by Shirley Toulson. So we came to know about the poem when the poet just took the photograph and whatever the memories or the emotions comes to her mind, she explains everything. Okay, and when she lost her mother, how it affected her life. Okay, we came to know. So death or separation, that is really painful. We all know that. Okay, when we lose our loved ones, that time only we just come to know that pain, right? Okay, here are in a small poem, beautifully our poetess explained this emotion to us. Hope you all have understood the poem clearly. I'll meet you soon with a new lesson. Thank you for being with me.